You did the thing that everyone said would finally work. You got on a GLP-1, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, Mounjaro, and at first, maybe the weight moved. But now in menopause, it's stalled. The belly fat is hanging on, and you're exhausted and wondering if it's ever going to fail you. In a minute, I'm going to tell you the one thing that stalls the weight on a GLP-1 because it's almost never the dose. And I want to be clear about who this is for. If you're on a GLP-1 and you're doing everything right, eating less, following the plan, and your body still won't respond the way you were promised, this is for you. Whether you just started, whether you've plateaued, or whether you're scared of what happens when you eventually come off and all of it comes back, this is the piece no one's telling you. So stick with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the real reason weight stalls on a GLP-1 in menopause, the one your prescriber probably never mentioned. And at the end, I'll show you the exact first step my clients take to fix it. So the weight actually keeps moving and it doesn't pile back on later. Once you see this, you can't unsee it, so don't click away. So let's start with why you're stalled, because it's not what you've been told. When the weight stops moving, the answer everyone reaches for is the drug. Up the dose, switch the medication. Maybe your body's just resistant. And so you wait for the next increase, hoping this is the one that finally works. But here's what's really happening. And it's frustrating because you're doing exactly what you were told. A GLP-1 does one main thing. It turns down the appetite. That's it. That's the whole job. It makes you eat less. And in the beginning, eating way less drops some weight. So it looks like it's working. But eating less was never the thing that fixes a menopausal body. It's the exact thing that backfires. So the medication is quietly walking you into the same trap you were already in, just faster. So what actually stalls the weight? Two things almost nobody tells you. The first is muscle. When you're barely eating and you're not getting enough protein, your body doesn't just burn fat, it burns muscle. And muscle is your metabolism. So every week you're under eating on that GLP-1, your metabolism is getting slower and quieter, which is exactly why the weight stalls and exactly why it comes flooding back the moment you stop the medication. You didn't fix your metabolism, you shrank it. The second is blood sugar. Here's the part that surprises everyone. A GLP-1 does not fix blood sugar dysregulation. For most women in perimenopause and menopause, blood sugar has gone haywire, spiking and crashing, keeping insulin high. And insulin is the hormone that locks fat in. So you can be on the medication, eating almost nothing, and still be storing belly fat because the underlying pattern was never addressed. The drug turned down your hunger and never taught your body to regulate. That's why women stall, not the dose. The muscle and the blood sugar underneath it. And when you fix those, the GLP-1 finally has something to actually work with. Let me ask you something, and I read every comment. If you're on a GLP-1 right now, tell me, are you plateaued? Are you exhausted? Or is the real fear what happens when you stop taking it? Drop it in the comments. I want to see where the women watching actually are, and it tells me what to make next. Now, let me tell you about a client of mine because her story is exactly why I made this video. She came to me in her 60s already on Ozempic. She's been diabetic for 15 years, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and she was scared because her diabetes was starting to threaten her kidneys and her heart. She was doing what she was told. She was on the medication and the weight was barely moving. She tried Noom, she tried dieting, and she was tired of the programs that felt like willpower. Here's what almost happened, and what happens to so many women. She assumed the Ozempic would carry her, but the drug was only turning down her appetite. It was never touching the blood sugar pattern underneath, and it was never protecting her body. So we didn't leave it to the medication. We got her to eating in a way that actually stabilized her blood sugar on the same shot she was already taking. And within a few months, everything turned. She dropped about 13 pounds. Her labs improved across the board, her A1C, her cholesterol, and her blood pressure. She was able to reduce some of her medications. Her energy came back, her digestion got better, and she finally felt confident in her body again. Same medications the whole time. The difference was never the drug, it was finally doing the work underneath. Now, remember at the very start when I promised I'd show you the exact first step my clients take? That's it. It's a free body review call, and it's exactly how she started. So if you're on a GLP-1 and you're thinking, I don't want to do this wrong and lose my progress, the link is down in the description right now. Go grab your spot. But stay with me for 1 minute, because there's one thing you have to understand first, or none of this will work. Here is where I have to be straight with you, because this is where most women on a GLP-1 quietly lose their progress. Knowing that blood sugar and muscle are the problem is not the same as knowing how much protein your body needs, what your blood sugar is doing, and how to time it around a medication that's suppressing your appetite. That's a moving target, and it's different for every single woman. Two women on the exact same dose can need almost opposite changes because it depends on your labs, your history, your other medications, your hormones, how much muscle you've already lost. This is the whole game. And it's even higher stakes on a GLP-1 because the clock is ticking on your muscle every week you get it wrong. So if you've been trying to figure out this from articles and Facebook groups and it's not working, please hear me. It's not that you didn't try hard enough, and it's not that you're broken. It's that none of this was built for your body or your medication in menopause. And you cannot personalize this from a video. That's exactly the part I do with women one-on-one. So here's your next step. And I want you to really hear this. That client I told you about, the one who finally got the weight moving and improved her labs and reduced her medications on the same shots she'd been on all along, this is exactly where she started. Not with a higher dose, not with another supplement, with one call where we looked at her whole body together and figured out what the medication alone was never going to fix. It's called a body review call. It's free, and it's your next step if you're done guessing. We go through your full picture, your medication, everything you've tried, and where you truly want to get to, and walk away knowing what's really going on with your body and what your next path forward looks like. On the GLP or off of it. Not another dose. Not another thing to white knuckle. Just real clarity finally. The link is below this video. Go book it right now while you're thinking about it, because every week on the wrong plan is muscle you don't get back, and I don't want that for you. And if this video helped make sense, do two things. Hit subscribe, because this is what I teach every week, and share it with a woman in your life who's on a GLP and feeling stuck. She needs to hear this, and I'll see you in the next one.